Hi everyone, my name is Lavinia and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this craftfair bestseller. It's a kitchen boa, kitchen scarf, hand towel scarf. It has various names. So this is one that I made already, and even though it's Christmas themed, I still use it year round. And what it is, it's a hand towel that's sewn onto some fabric. And then you just put this around your neck, and then this way you just have your towels, hand towels right by you, so you're not wiping your wet hands on your pants or your jeans. You just have it really handy there, not looking for where that darn towel went. So I will show you how I make this. And so this one I use some orange fabric and some Christmas kitties. What I'm going to use in this tutorial is I had this hand towel with some wine bottles. And what I did was I cut it in half. So what you're going to do with your hand towel, if you're using one like this, you're just going to cut it in half. I use pinking shears here, or you can just use little tiny individual mini hand towels if you want as well. And for the fabric, I'm going to use this, just cotton fabric. And what you're going to do, it's going to measure 9 by the length of the fabric, so probably like 1/3 of a yard, 42 to 43 inches. And what you're going to do is turn it pretty sides together and just iron down the length of the fabric. So I've already done that. And what you're going to do next is, with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, you're going to sew the seams together. Now you can pin this if you want. You can use clips. You don't have to pin if you don't want, but I am going to use some clips just to keep it together as I sew. And I do have, again, that seam guide that I use to keep that 1/4 inch seam allowance. So what I like to do is I just like to clip here using those clips, and I just use these little office clips, and I just go down the length just to keep it secure so that I don't go off. Anyway, I will show you as I do that, and I'll be right back. So here I'm at my sewing machine. So I have some green thread in there, and I may have to change my bobbin soon, so we'll see. So again, I have my seam here at 1/4 inch, and oops, just gonna go, I'm going to back stitch, and then just sew again that 1/4 inch seam allowance. As I get to these clips, I will take them off. Again, you can pin, use your other type of clips, or you don't have to. By ironing it down, it pretty much keeps it together, but I just like to have them. And again, this was the length of the fabric, so 9 inches, and then fold it over the length of the fabric. All right. Oops, got a cat fur there. Okay. So here towards the end, I will go ahead and back stitch, and we are done there. Okay. Scissors. All right, and I will show you what I do next. What I'm doing next is I am going to open this way, and I am going to, let's see here, probably is just align the seam along with that initial seamed or pressed crease as best as you can, because this will be the back side. And what I'm going to do is press this seam open, which eventually when it gets turned around, that will be this area here. So this will go around the neck area, body area, and then this will be the front where there's no seam. So that's going to be what I do next. And then once I'm done with that, I'll show you the next step. All right, and now that I've pressed the seams opened and given the sides here a crease, what I'm going to do is just turn the ends over just a little bit like that, give it a little hem, and then press that. And the reason why I'm doing that is that, again, once it's turned over and you're sewing this together, see you have that nice little hem edged right there. All right, and I'm going to do that to both sides. And again, I'm just going to press it down. Now that I've turned and pressed both edges, I am going to turn this inside out. Go, just turn this inside out. And once I'm done with that, I am going to, again, just press it down and iron it. All right, so I'm just going to iron this. Also taking care here where the hem is to make sure I get that. And so as I was saying, this was a craft fair bestseller. The seller next to me, who was in the table next to me, she had these and she was selling them left and right. I think she was selling them for about $15 to $18. And let me tell you, people were buying them either as gifts or for themselves. And I do use mine, this one here that I was showing you. You know, when I'm washing dishes or putting dishes in the dishwasher, this way it's just handy, it's right there. So again, I'm just giving this a good press. It just flattens everything down and just makes it easier. And again, here at the hem, you want to make sure you get that. So again, this is where the seam is. I try to put it in the middle as best as possible. You know, if it's not, don't worry about it. Even if it's off-centered, that's okay. Just get this a little bit more. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to iron it down a little bit more, and I will show you what the next step is after this. All right, now we're getting to when I first made this one was the scary part for me, because I had never made pleats before, and I thought, wow, 9 inches across, and then with that seam allowance, that seems kind of tiny to put a whole towel, you know, half towel bunched up in there. But yeah, it worked. So what I did is, I'll show you here, is this is just how I made the pleats. Just take that there, and as you can see here, I just took this, folded it over this way, and you can make your pleats however you want to. And then I folded it over again, and I'm just using these clips here. And of course you can pin it. But let's see, I want to make sure that that matches up the sides. Put that there. And then here too, just taking that, however much I'm taking over, I'm going to pleat that there. And then take that again and pleat it over till it comes up to that one. Let's try it again. Okay, there. Let's see. There we go. And you can again pin these here. This was again part of the scary part, is like, oh my gosh, is my machine going to sew over all this? I don't have a walking foot, but I do have a brother, strong and tough, so it did the job. So what you're going to do here now is you're going to take this one end, this here, and so as you can see here on the back, I have it all clipped. And by all means, if you want to pin this, go ahead. You can pin it and then stitch over it to hold it all together. That's an option. So, but with these clips here, I'm just going to go ahead and take this and stick it in here. I just want to make sure that it's in there. So there we go. So it's probably about, what is that, maybe a couple inches in there. Just take it out a little bit like that so that it fits. And now I'm just going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew two I guess two edges, you could say. So I'm going to go over once and then I'm going to go over twice, making sure that I back stitch when I come to the end. Okay, everyone, so here we are at the sewing machine. So I'm just going to put the edge of the fabric against the edge of this presser foot, and I'm going to hold my thread first and go down. As I said, I hope that my bobbin thread doesn't run out before I'm done. So I'm just going to do a couple of stitches first here like this. All right. And I'm going to go back stitch. And then once you kind of go over that little hump there, you should be okay. And as I said, I don't have a walking foot, but, and then I'm going to back stitch here. And this is a brother strong and tough, and maybe I'll do a review of my sewing machine in another video. I'm just going to cut this off here. See? Oops. And then I'm going to sew another line here. So I think what I'll do is I'll put the edge of the presser foot against the stitch line that I already made. These strings here, down, and again I just like to do a couple of stitches just to secure. All right, and a back stitch, and then again just to help that through. Again, if you have a walking foot, maybe it might help. I have to see. All right. Here we go. All right, back stitch, and that's it. So I've completed one side. Oh, and you see that I think my bobbin thread may have finished, but oh, it didn't sew it. So I'm going to have to fill my bobbin thread and do it again. So I will be back. All right, I've got my bobbin filled back up. I knew that was going to happen. I wish, who knows, maybe one day they'll make a machine that actually tells you, forewarns you when you're about to run out. But at least it wasn't too much of a length of stitching. So here we go again. So again, I'm just going to do a couple of stitches there, and back stitch. Come here towards the end and do another back stitch. All right, there we go. Raise that up, take that off. All right, so there you go. That's the back of it. And then this is the front. So I'm going to take these off here. All right, and I will show you another view of that. All right, so here's how it looks. I just have to sew on the other one, but in the end, you'll get something that, again, you can just tie around your neck or put around your neck and have handy to dry off your hands. Again, a craftfair bestseller. If you have any questions, please put in the comment below. Like this video and subscribe so you can get other tutorials, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye.